Good evening. Well, it's good to have your company for today's highlights from the £83,000 Lada Classic. Yesterday, two of the top seeds won through to the quarterfinals. The world champion and the man who defends the title here, Dickie Davies, and the Australian number 6 seed, Eddie Charlton. And by the end of this evening's programme, you'll know which of today's challengers will join them. This evening's encounter was between Mike Hallett, the young Grimsby professional, whose victory over Dickie Davies in last October's Professional Players Tournament gave his career a tremendous boost, and Tony Knowles, the young man from Bolton, who won that title and is seeded 4 for this Lada Classic. Well, the highlights of that a little later, but let us start with this afternoon's first-round tie between our own ITV commentator Mark Wildman and the South African Silvino Francisco. Wildman appearing on ITV screens as a player for the first time. Well, he went on to a 2-frame-to-0 lead. The South African won the third, and now in the fourth, Mark leads 17-0. Dennis Taylor and Ray Edmonds are describing the play.
Well, that was one out of the bag, that one. I don't think Mark played to pot that, playing the safety shot, but that's a little bonus.
Four. Five.
Well, the blue's the easy pot, but that's taking the cue ball away from the reds. Just debating whether to play the blue or in fact have a go for the more difficult brown. That would be the one that would get the best position. That could pay dividends, that shot.
9. Ten. $17. 18.
Silvino Francisco there won the last frame
25.
very easily, but Mark Wildman is building up a very nice lead now, 42 points in front.
26.
And if Mark can clinch this fourth frame and go into a 3-frame to 1 lead, the afternoon interval, then he'll be feeling very pleased with himself.
$33.
The red will pot, but the queuing made that more difficult with the other one. Just skimming over the top of the red there.
$34.
Well, Mark feels as if he's had a little kick there, asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. Just debating whether to play the safety shot or have a go at the pink.
$34. Mark Wildman.
51 points, now the difference. And a double shot from Mark, not only the safety shot, but played to put the pink on the top cushion.
That was a cracker. Vital red for Mark. And one more red in the colour. Could establish a
4.
well, what could be a frame winning lead for Mark Wildman. Certainly Silvino would require snookers.
That yellow puts Mark 58 points in front. Still a possible 59 on the table.
7.
And this is certainly not an easy red. The one on the right cushion. And Mark
7,
deciding that the
Mark
safety
Wildman.
shot was the better on that occasion. And that's a good shot from Silvino. Perfectly snookered. And so often it happens at this game, you spend the whole game building up a lead, and then you play one silly little shot with about 3 or 4 reds left and cost you the frame.
One. Eight. 9. 14. 15.
Silvino yet to score in this frame. What a good psychological boost it would be for Mark Wildman
22.
to go into the interval, not letting his opponent score a point. Oh, you've seen him get a little kick there. The
23.
red just jumped, but on this occasion managed to keep on the correct path to the pocket. Well, I think Silvino will have had enough. He was coming to the table. He's decided to concede, so Mark Wildman takes the 4th frame, and he goes into a 3 frames to 1 lead.
So a convincing win there for Mark Wildman in a crucial frame, and we'll see how he progresses right after the break. And a warm welcome back to the Lada Classic. And now we can continue with this afternoon's tie between Mark Wildman, a prominent member of ITV's commentary team, and the South African Silvino Francisco, who was 3-1 down when we left it. Wildman won the next frame. It took him 46 minutes to do so and go 4-1 up. So he needed the next frame for victory. Well, he's leading 11-7 and he's at the table. Dennis Taylor's colleague this time is John Pullman.
One.
what a delicate little shot that was. That was the only way he could pot the blue to stay on the red.
6.
Just the one loose red. So Mark somehow has to try and get an angle on the black and hopefully shift a few of those reds.
Seven.
And he's under-screwed that. It's impossible to cannon into the reds now. The only possible way to cannon into the reds is take the cue ball all the way down the table and back up again. And that's what he was thinking about there, but has changed his mind.
Fourteen. Mark Wildman.
Well, Mark Wildman now goes into an 18-point lead. And that was too thick a contact, and once again, Silvino has given Mark a chance.
One.
Well, possible to snick the brown into the middle pocket, and that will take the cue ball into the pack of reds, so this one really could pay dividends.
We do apologise for the disturbance in picture that you're experiencing at the moment. We just hope that it's not marring your enjoyment of the snooker. We really are going to press on, and we hope that it will not happen too frequently.
6. Mark Wildman.
Well, I must say, Silvino really struggling at the moment.
One.
And what a terrific scalp for Mark Wildman this would be if he could pull this off.
Yes, I noticed, Dennis, at the beginning of this match, or before this match started, Silvino was quoted at 25 to 1 to win the competition, and Mark Wildman at 150 to 1.
Seven.
And once again, the problem is that he's got the wrong angle on the black to be able to easily get onto another red. There's only one red that's loose there. That's a pretty good shot. Now it should be plain sailing.
$14. 15.
And Mark's struggling a little bit here. Wanted to come back a few more inches than that for the
22.
red into the middle pocket. Looks now as if he may be forced to play it into the baulk pocket.
$22. Mark Wildman. Mark Wildman, 53. Silvino Francisco, 8.
Well, Silvino would be disappointed, but he was a little bit fortunate there. He cannoned into the 4 reds and hasn't really left an easy chance for Mark here. And at this stage, Mark doesn't want to be taking any undue risks. What a good pot that was. But he played that in such a way as if he had missed the red, the white was the baulk end of the table. As it is, he's got a chance for the brown.
And that brown takes him 50
5.
points in front. There's just 59 points left on the table. So one more red and a colour, and Silvino will be requiring snookers.
6. $13. 14.
Well, Mark certainly will be feeling very good at this moment.
19.
He knows he's clinched this match.
$20.
Well, he hasn't got on the red, but he won't be too bothered. And there's a face you
27.
won't know. The Australian amateur billiards champion, Robert Volvari, friend of Mark Wildman's. And that's a nasty
27.
little shot, Mark.
Mark Wildman.
Yes, Mark Wildman really telling the screw there, and he went on to win that frame 112 points to 8 and go through to the quarterfinals, where he will meet Australia's Eddie Charlton. They play that match on Thursday afternoon. Now, after the break, the best of tonight's match between that very promising young player from Grimsby, Mike Hallett, and the local hero, Tony Knowles. Join us in a couple of minutes.